The next one is starting in a few seconds.
On this very special episode of the Media Virus Podcast, COVID-19 ravages Uncle Butch Studios. The Reverend and Professor Mike Latoris is in quarantine and will not be able to make the show. Filling in for him tonight is Doodles McRude.
Let's point and laugh at the world burning around us with executive producer Mike Latoris. We're going to start over. BBC correspondent Stanley McFadden.
Makes me tingly in an unfamiliar way.
Grease Monkey Pete.
Damn, Big Daddy.
Here's the thing about the Media Virus Podcast. It's really well done.
And now, spreading the sage nihilism of an aged Gen Xer, your host and mine, the star of our show, the incomparable Matty Rockdeath.
Hot damn, do we have a show for you people this week? I am Matty Rockdeath, the mattiest of all Rockdeaths, and proof positive that anyone can have a podcast. You know, people never ask me all the time, Matt, what gives you any kind of credibility when it comes to hosting a podcast? And my answer is always the same. I say, I have done the fucking around, therefore I have found out. Speaking of, welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share. We do put the ultra and ultra crepidarian, but whether or not you're listening to us on, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or if you're just checking us out YouTube, if you're just checking us out on the MediaVirus.com, thank you. And for the first time ever in the history of the Media Virus Podcast, you will not be able to give us a call at 646-VIRUS-01. You will not get on the air today if you call 646-VIRUS-01, but we can see your comments in the chat, and getting ready to start the show with Doodles McRude sitting in. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. Appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you coming on such short notice to kind of fill out the trifecta for us. It's that week between Christmas and New Year's. You know.
I know, man. It's like just.
It feels like it, you know, except for it's not cold enough.
No, it's not.
But I was funny. You're the only one that's going to understand this. But walked outside my house the other day. It was a little chilly, overcast, raining. And I kind of looked around and went, it's Media Virus weather.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife was like, what, you guys do the weather? I'm like, no. You don't understand. When the band, like when we were the Media Virus, this is the weather in which we thrived, in which we embraced life to its fullest. When there was just misting fog, like everybody felt like everybody feels like shit, and we were just like happier than we could ever be.
Yeah, well,
practicing
because we always practiced in places that had no fucking air conditioning, so practicing in the summer sucked. You know, and practicing in the dead of winter sucked too.
Yeah, dead of winter. Well, the dead of winter was easier because we could get space heaters.
Yeah,
but his dad wouldn't let us run. There's nowhere to run an AC unit.
No.
But there was that one time, dude. Pete, we practiced in this garage in the dead of like August for 10 hours straight. At one point, I think it was halfway through, because we had a big show coming up. We had something big coming up.
Did you have a
space
heater, right?
What's that?
Did you have a space heater?
No. It was the dead of August, dude.
It was like 100 degrees inside this.
It was 100 and some inside the box. We had a vent fan that wasn't doing shit. And the kid that we practiced at his house, like the house came with a pool, right? I don't want to say they had a pool, but the house had there was a pool there. right? That was about halfway full and completely green.
Oh,
Ew, that's nasty.
Dude, I stripped down to my tidy whities, jumped in that son of a bitch. It was so hot. I'm like,
my
I'll go
God.
swimming in the lake. I'll go swimming in that. I don't care.
Dude, that was the worst, man. That was the absolute worst. That was so fucking hot that day.
Oh, Jesus. But Pete, how was your Christmas, man? What'd you do?
It was pretty good. Kind of quiet. We got together on Christmas Eve at my dad's house.
Oh yeah.
My family and I, and I was there for the afternoon. We had a couple of my cousins over, and my sister and her boyfriend, and my brother and his girlfriend. You know, it was fun. I had the
Good
kids
stuff.
decorate. I had the kids decorate my car.
Okay.
Rudolph nose and antlers on the car, on the lift car.
On your
You
lift
know,
rental?
Yeah, that was fun for a minute. You know, my dad, he pulled out all the, you know, his toy trains for the kids to play with and stuff, and
Oh, that's hot.
yeah,
That's very
Pretty cool.
cool. Yeah. Let's get a different view going. There we go.
yeah. I was like,
Oh.
what do you got going on here?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I'm thoroughly frustrated with my green screen, like, because it's tiny.
I just noticed that there's that little patch that says the Virus Podcast in the background. It's fantastic.
Well, that's my next purchase. Like for the new year, next year, new Pete gonna have like the professional, you know, background action green screen, like hanging
Look
from
at
a
you.
professional hanger thing. You know, because
Even when you have one, look, Pete, even when you got one, sometimes everything goes wrong.
Well,
but it was just, I could have set up the other camera. It was just so close to, I was so excited to use my iPhone camera as the camera, and you know, because it's a better picture. I'm using the iPad and it looks like shit. But
I was going to try to use. Sorry,
because I was looking at the TikToks that I put out last week. I'm just a great blob. You can't even see my face.
I was going to try to use my new phone. Who dis my new S23 Ultra like last week, and I did it like on the fly, and then today like I just got home late and was like, nope, all right, I'm not doing it this week. Next week, I want to try to use that and see like what kind of camera, like what kind of quality I get out of that thing. But I'll have, like I said, by then I'll have my new green screen. It'll be a gigantic one behind me, because I realize like now I see like really how it works.
Yeah.
Like,
it finds the green and just does it. Like if we had a little boogeyman for you, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, I was thinking about
that's how my family does it too. My family does Christmas Eve. You know, we have a big Christmas Eve thing, but her family does Christmas, so it worked out. Like I went to Christmas Eve with my family, and then we went to Christmas with her family. Now, Doodles McRude had a fantastic Christmas.
That's right.
I know that.
Tell us about it, Doodles.
Oh, that's what we're leaning into.
Wow.
No.
Well, like you guys, I had some place to be on Christmas Eve, right? So that was my wife's cousin's house. We go there every year, but that's not the big news. The big news is that my neighbor across the street from me, we're pretty tight friends, and a couple times this month he went away, and he had shit delivered to his house for Christmas. So he like sent me a text like, "Hey, I'm gonna open up my garage. Can you just put the shit in the garage for me? You know, for porch pirates and shit." So yeah, no problem. And then he like tells me he's like I got some stuff I'm gonna drop off for you. He's like, "What kind of bourbon do you like?" And he names a couple, and one of them was Buffalo Trace. I was like, "Oh, I like Buffalo Trace, but you really don't have to give me anything, man. Like I just do it because you're my friend, you know, and my neighbor."
Yeah, hey, you cross the street. What's the difference?
Yeah. Right. So anyway, he comes over, and we had recently had a conversation about Truly Tasteless joke books as a kid, you know, seeing them as a kid, and you know, if those books are ever put out now, it'd just be like pandemonium, you know, everybody be up in arms. So he comes to my house, and he just drops off a big box, right?
Yeah.
And he sends me a text. He's like, "Hey, got something for you. I left something for you on your porch." So I come out. I got this box, and it's heavy. It's big. It's like like one of those boxes where you know if you bought like a whole gross of printing paper, like one of those boxes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's got some weight to it, and I could hear the bottle jiggling around. I would take it inside. There's the bottle of bourbon, and there are 3 original Truly Tasteless joke books in there. I guess he had them hidden away.
Oh.
Right. He had 3 of those and a stack of fucking Playboys from the mid to late 70s to early 80s.
Okay, so you have the said books with you at the moment, right?
Yeah, they're right in my family room right now.
Kids are looking at them.
No. In the other room. I'm sorry, the living room. I don't know how all these rooms work. You know,
He forgets the name of all his rooms.
but yeah.
Why aren't all the nice ladies wearing any clothes in these books?
Oh shit! You kidding me?
Now, is it 70s Playboy like Bush?
Yeah, like wide bush, dude.
Whoa.
Dude, go get them. Let's take a look at some Bush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell some truly tasteless jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's a pretty good Christmas. Did you finish the bourbon?
No, I still got it right here. I got some. That's what's left of the Buffalo Trace.
Oh, okay, so you've hit it pretty hard.
Yeah, and I got some Blantons here, and some Maker's Mark, and then some Eagle Rare.
Oh, okay. Do you? Let me ask you a question, man. You like bourbon?
No. You know,
Not at all.
not at all. All right, so
I would have like a full bar of like bourbon bottles, but they don't last long in my house. You know, I go through. I buy a bottle; it's gone 3 days at least.
So I'm gonna go
What you got to do?
into
you gotta
another
do,
room
Matt?
here.
What you got to do, Matt, is you got to get some food coloring or something, and you got to like make fake whiskey to put in them. Like, and then when they're empty, then you fill them, but make sure, like, you obviously don't like go for that one and be like, oh, this whiskey tastes terrible. It's so weak. Can you imagine doing that when you're drunk? Like I need more, and it's like, what? This is crap.
All right.
I remember I was having a real bad day over at my parents' house. Now, my parents are not like drinkers, right? And I was over at my parents' house, and there was a bottle of vodka that's been sitting in my parents' liquor cabinet for like ever. And I pour myself a nice full glass with ice, you know, fill it halfway up with vodka. I take a sip, take another sip, like looking at it, like look at that. Am I so much of an alcoholic that I can't taste vodka? And then I was like, this is water. Like I taste it, and I gave it to my wife. I'm like, taste this. She's like, it's water. I'm like, I got it out of the vodka bottle. So turns out I ratted my niece out.
Shit.
She had been taking shots and filling it with water, and apparently, you know, filled it all the way up. So what do we got? What's the earliest one you have? Do you know?
I have September 1974. It was $1.25 in my
$1.20.
Right. You ready?
I'm ready. Who's the model? Do we know?
No, it doesn't. This one doesn't have a model. It doesn't have like a cover model on it. It's just the girl wearing Daisy Dukes. You know.
Where's the center? You got the centerfold there?
Yeah. Let me.
Two things I want to see in each of these. I want to see the centerfold and I want to see the cartoon.
Okay.
Because I want to see how racist the cartoons are.
So I gotta be real careful with the centerfold here because this thing's from 1974, and I know that I'm at least the second owner of it. So
I understand.
I don't know how many other things have been on this.
Well, it's not stuck together, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. It has definitely been well cared for. And
Wow.
I don't have the ability to.
You should probably get some like plastic sleeves for those things, man.
Yeah,
there's no like that's. She's laying on the carpet.
Yeah, she's laying on the carpet. She's actually laying in the forest on a blanket, and there's like a fire. You know what I mean?
Okay. So it's classy.
Yeah, it's classy. This is back,
That was the nice thing about Playboy. It was classier than like, you didn't have them spreading, showing your kidneys like, look at me.
There you go.
That's bikini line and bush, baby.
Yeah,
That's how you know it's the 70s.
it was the 70s, man.
Beautiful, a beautiful time. It was a better time. We missed it. That woman was photographed naked 2 years before I was born. 2 years and a month before I was born.
She was exactly 2 years.
That woman right now, if she was 20, when that photograph was taken, that woman is now 67 years old.
Whoa!
Think about that. When you still want to see her, naked?
No.
I mean, kind of.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty hot grandma. I've seen some pretty hot grandmas.
Little bit. All right. Did you find the cartoon?
Let me grab the cartoon because I don't know where would you're a little more familiar with these than I am.
I wouldn't say I'm familiar with them.
You knew they had a cartoon in them.
Every Playboy has a cartoon.
Well, all right. So
it's usually the most offensive fucking.
Oh, I did.
Fucking thing.
Happen to find it.
I knew you would.
It's at the very back. I can read it to you.
Okay.
Can you see it?
All right. Looks like a woman of the night leaning up against a telephone booth, which no longer exists. And the man looks like diligently calling, like he's really in a hurry.
Yes.
So what's the caption say?
Caption says, "Make it snappy, Mac. That's a business phone." You get it? Yeah.
He's probably calling his wife.
Well, here's the thing. See, back in 1974, there was no such thing as a cell phone. So if you were out on the street and you needed to make a phone call, what you needed to do was find a payphone. And often they were in booths, just a metal cabinet with glass that had a phone in it. So you could get out of the rain, have a private conversation in the street. And hookers would use them. That's the joke.
Yes. That was their personal. There's another one in here.
Okay.
Would they service clients in the booth?
I mean, if you asked them to, I'm sure they would.
So here's another one.
Okay, so here's a portly gentleman. He looks older, but he has he's sitting on a couch, and there's a nubile young lady with long red hair. She looks flush. So does he. Flush in the face. They're both nude.
Mm-hmm.
She's draped one leg over his lap and the other over his shoulder. Between his shoulder and the couch, his hand is on her thigh. And what does the caption say there?
The caption says,
Doodles.
This would be him speaking.
Okay.
Let's consider your loan repaid, Mrs. Fairbanks. The installments are killing me. So, and there's also a nice Marlboro ad on the back.
Is it Flavor Country? Does it say Flavor Country?
It does. It says come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro Country.
Marlboro Country.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it was The Simpsons that said Flavor Country.
Yeah.
Flavor. Do you guys hear that fucking foghorn?
Yeah.
You guys fucking hear that?
Is that from the warehouse by your house?
No, it's from I'm not that far from the Delaware. If I had a decent slingshot, I could hook a rock into the Delaware River.
Oh man.
So
that's from one of the ships going by?
Yeah, I guess it's a ship going by. I'm not real sure.
How about that fog that was out on Christmas Eve?
Oh, dude.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, there was fog I want to say the week before that was pretty intense. It was the weekend before that. But yeah. It was so bad.
Yeah.
I
was out there driving in that.
I went out and I took a ride in it too. I was like, holy shit! Like you couldn't see barely 20 feet in front of you.
I picked up a girl in a neighborhood, and she said we're literally going to the neighborhood next door because it was that foggy. She couldn't she didn't want to try walking home in it, and
Yeah.
we literally went out of one neighborhood, turned left, and went down to the next neighborhood, and poof, how it was I think she paid $9 for that ride. I was like, okay. Yeah.
$9 to go around the corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, it's good work if you can get it, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
right?
it's good. Yeah, it's good work if you can get it.
All right, man. So what's the next magazine that we have?
Yeah, what else you got? What else you got?
Well, I have this. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Let me see here. I'm looking. I'm trying to find. What date was this one? 1980. Oh wait. Here's a good one. Here's a good one.
I was 6 years old in 1980.
Oh wait. Here's a better one. Here you go. Here you go. You ready? Now this is this is from 1977.
19. So 1 year after we were born.
Yep.
I was 3 years old.
And this is this one's called Girls of the Big Ten. All right.
Okay, so it's girls of the I guess the Big Ten football schools.
Yep.
Because they're dressed.
The Pac-10? Or is that baseball or basketball?
No, the Big Ten was
that the Pac-10?
I don't know.
I hear about the Pac-10. I don't know sports. I'm like you, Matt. I don't know.
So those were those are college cheerleaders.
Yeah. Apparently.
All right, let's get to the centerfold.
All right. All right, let's see here. Find that best. Oh yeah, here we go.
You know Mike's going to be really sorry he missed this.
Old school centerfold too, man.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
She's hogging that cock-shaped bedpost.
And this is also a September issue too.
Doing kind of a what is it? Guinevere or no?
I don't know what it is, but
long hair. The chick with the long hair.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel?
Rapunzel, that's it. Yeah, Rapunzel thing. She's doing a Rapunzel thing.
Yeah.
Hair,
So this is and then it's got on the back of it, got a little bio about her. There are stats.
All right. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie, what do you think the odds are that it says long walks on the beach?
What her likes and dislikes?
Her likes and dislikes. Yeah.
If you need
what do you think the odds are? Wait, was that Mike?
No.
Oh, you pressed a button.
Yes.
And something started to.
Yeah, I bet. Her likes are long walks on the beach, and her pet peeves are fake people.
Man, you're gonna love this one. All right.
What is okay?
Because they don't have turn-ons and turn-offs. Okay. So, turn-ons: beautiful men and women, big animals, bareback riding.
Big animals is a turn on.
Yes, that's what it says.
Yeah.
I get turned on by grizzly bears.
And a gentle touch.
Woo.
Okay, yeah. And turn-offs are pushy people, opinionated people, loud people, being rushed, being told what to do. And she didn't mind being told what to do, and she told her to take off her fucking clothes, though.
I tell you what, that bitch would hate me. You know what I mean?
Her favorite movie is Rocky.
Rocky came out in 1980.
No, Rocky came out in 1976. This is a 77.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, the original one.
Huh.
Huge hit. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to the
cartoon.
Let's get to the cartoons.
Let me see where the cartoons are in this bad boy. You know what I'm gonna send you? I'm gonna send you that you can. It's got the Playboy Playbook Club form that you can fill out and send in. You should send in and see what the fuck happens.
Do they even have like?
No, I think they're completely out of business.
Because I mean, there's just straight up porn everywhere now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. These are completely obsolete.
I mean, Playboy is not as risque as like some Instagram pages.
No. Oh my god.
Right? It's so quaint to thumb through. What?
I was going to say, wasn't Playboy's like tagline? It was like something for the distinguished gentleman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't it something like that?
It was porno for the distinguished gentleman.
Yeah,
is what they call it.
Porno for the distinguished gentleman.
I don't think that's what they called it.
I don't think that was it.
Did we find the cartoon yet?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let me get a good shot of this for you. See if you can see it.
Looks like a couple out on a date.
No, it is. All right. If you let me make sure. I wish this fucking camera.
Oh, maybe it's a job interview?
It is a job interview.
Okay, and the woman's interviewing. She's holding some papers. The gentleman is in the chair on the other side of the desk, hunched forward as if he's nervous or attentive. He's attentive.
That's right.
Okay, and she has a disapproving look on her face. If I could be so bold, she's wearing glasses. Attractive young lady, nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see what the caption. See what the caption says.
Now this would be her speaking.
Okay.
Says, "Have you had a vasectomy?"
I guess she's looking to hire a secretary.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like the old boss.
That's right.
Was looking for the girl with the big tits. She's looking for some, a little some.
Little action on the side.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
is that the only cartoon in there?
I found another one.
I knew you would.
This one might be a little harder to see.
Okay. This looks like a gentleman holding a rag.
It's a woman that's been deflated.
Oh, hold it up a little bit. All I see is his head.
Okay.
So bring up a little. Oh, okay. I see it. She's. All right. So it's a man in his pajamas in his bedroom. He's holding a deflated. I guess it looks like a deflated woman. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And the caption reads.
I know you're anxious, Sally, but you'll just have to wait until I inflate you. That's what it says. I'm sure there's another cartoon in here.
So I guess that's the joke is that she wants his cock so bad that she'll do it without even being inflated. Does that happen to you, Pete?
I got another one. You might enjoy this one better.
No, that never happens to me.
Okay. So this looks like it could be. Oh no, this is an apartment. Or is it two naked folks? A guy with a ponytail is kneeling in front of a woman.
I don't think that's a ponytail.
No, it's a turban, like from Aladdin.
Okay.
Yeah. And it looks like she's supposed to be like Cleopatra or something.
All right. So this is going to be terribly racist.
No, I think she's supposed to be like a gypsy dancer.
Anyway, he's kneeling in front of her naked, and she's sitting there naked, And the caption reads, "Come on, Sesame, please." I guess
open Sesame.
Yeah.
All right. That's what passed for humor in 1980.
Yeah.
So, speaking of humor, let's round out this segment. Why don't you grab one of those truly tasteless jokes? You said there's 3 of them. Are they numbered?
Yeah, hold on a second here. I'm going to put you on mute for a second.
Mm-hmm. You used to be able to buy like truly tasteless jokes in like the school fair. Remember that?
Oh yeah, those were great at the book fair.
At like the book fair.
But
Yeah.
you always wound up buying like the pencils and the erasers and the cool gadget shit that they had. You were like, fuck books. Like,
Right? But truly tasteless jokes. That's
I know that was. I mean,
all right.
All right. So I have this one, Blanche
What-
Not Truly
Blanche
Tasteless
Knott's truly
Jokes.
tasteless jokes.
Yeah.
Doctor jokes. Okay.
Doctor jokes specifically.
Yeah. And I have this one here.
Truly tasteless jokes 4.
Mm-hmm. And then I have this one here.
Truly tasteless jokes 3.
Yep.
All right. Pete. Now pick a number between 1 and 3
Okie doke.
right now.
Right now,
Just throw it out.
I'm gonna take 3.
3? Okay. So that's the third one he showed, which also happens to be truly tasteless jokes 3. Now I'm going to say,
Mm-hmm.
let's see what's on page 40.
40. Let me see. Page 40. All right.
Wait a minute. How old is everybody?
Well,
I'm 49,
I'm 47.
and you're.
we
47.
do have a viewer. We have a listener. We don't know how old they are. So,
Yeah, let's
but,
find out how
I'm
old they are.
no, I don't care. I'm guaranteed they're over 18.
Okay.
All right. And
All
if
right.
not, then they learned something. So, all right.
It's like, I don't know. This is like perfect for you, Matt. Because I'm going to read you what is on page 40. It's the first thing that came
Okay.
up.
Thank
So
you.
I'm just going to read the shortest joke on there, which
Sure.
is, what's gross ignorance?
I don't know.
144 Irishmen.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Since you're Irish, I thought you would appreciate that.
144. I think we need one more, and then I'm going to run a commercial, and we're going to transition into maybe something else. So, I think we should stay with 3.
Uh-huh.
Show me how many pages are there?
119.
119.
Yep.
All right, go to page 89.
Okay. Let's see here. 87, 88, 80, 89. Oh, another one of your favorites. Wow. You want me to get to reading, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's the bit.
All right. Let me just get into some better light here, because these pages are old, so they're like kind of dark.
Yeah, I
and shit.
got you. I know.
All right. A nun walked into the corner liquor store and asked the proprietor for a fifth of whiskey. Sister, now how would it look for a respectable fellow like me to sell alcohol to a nun? Was the reply. The woman leaned over the counter and whispered, "It's really for the Mother Superior's constipation." I don't really get that.
That's the joke.
That's the joke.
It's really for the Mother Superior's constipation.
Yeah.
Read the next one. Let's just see what the next one is.
I'd have to turn the page. All right. Here we go. Okay. It's also covered under religion.
All right.
What's another reason God created the orgasm? Because he couldn't wait for the second coming.
Wah, wah, wah,
I mean, it's
wah,
tasteless, but it's not funny.
No.
You know what I mean? I get that.
All right,
But,
here's another one. Here's another one.
all right. All right.
What do you get when you mix holy water with castor oil? A religious movement.
Because castor oil helps you to take a shit.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That is good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play a commercial real quick,
All right.
and then we'll get back to it.
I'm Mike. If you need a casual, friendly voice to tell it like it is, Michael D. Pico is your guy. I can tell you all about a thing like we're old friends. So if you need just a straightforward, casual explanation, book Michael today at 302-46 Voice.
Yeah, it's book Michael Pico, everybody. And normally we take a break so he can cut the tape,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not recording audio, so we're just gonna get right back into it.
You're not even recording this today?
We're live streaming.
Okay, but you're not even recording it. That was my question.
I can't. I'm not recording it. But what's going to happen is we're going to download the video,
Gotcha.
break it up into segments, and then post it. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Good stuff. Oh, but did you guys see the scientists were having
Where are you?
Yeah, I can't see
Where-
you.
You're still.
You can't see me?
Yeah, it's just a black screen.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
There we are. Hey.
There we go. All right. So did you guys? I know I sent the article over to you, but scientists had a 20-minute conversation. Pardon me. With yeah, that was uncalled for. But a 20-minute conversation. With whales. And I just thought that was so fascinating.
You mean like they asked them questions and the whales answered?
Well, in the same way scientists have studied Antarctica for the insights could prove valuable for a Mars mission, the whales SETI group said it studied with humpback whales can help them develop intelligence filters used to search for extraterrestrial life. A team that includes a UC Davis professor and a scientist with SETI, the organization that searches the cosmos for signs of alien intelligence, has cited a breakthrough here on Earth, a 20-minute conversation with a humpback whale. The Templeton Whale SETI group said its finding on what it calls non-human intelligence communication could help in the search for aliens who may not communicate in a way humans might have previously assumed. In the same way that scientists have studied Antarctica for what insights could prove valuable for a Mars mission, the Whale SETI group said it studies the humpback whales to help develop intelligence filters. As an example of the whale's intelligence, the scientists cited their tool-making ability, essentially nets that they make out of bubbles to catch fish, with some whales taking on that role as a large hunting team. Now, I don't think making bubbles is a tool. Okay? You're blowing bubbles, guy. You know what I mean? I'm not that impressed. But
Clearly.
As a part of the scientist study to engage them, the team played a humpback contact call underwater in the ocean. A whale named Twain. Now, how do they fucking know the whale's name? Is that what's part of the? Yeah, my name's Twain. Approached and circled the team's boat while responding in a conversational style to the audio. The whale matched the interval variations between each signal during the 20-minute exchange. So if they played an E minor, the fucking whale came back with an E minor.
Ah.
So there was turn taking involved, which is relatively rare, and not only was the whale engaged vocally, but also behavioral circling the boat, so it was pretty intentional, if you will. It was a pretty intentional, if you will, conversation. UC Davis professor Brenda McCowan told KRCA, told MediaVirus, news. It was limited conversation, but it was turn taking and matching between calls. And that's just, that's pretty fucking cool. I feel like we're one step closer to blowhole jobs.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what happens when you stick your dick into the ape enclosure?
No, Damien, what happens?
No,
They rip it
tell us.
off.
They rip it.
That's what happens.
That's
They rip
terrifying.
it off.
Yeah, well, you ever those chimp attacks? The first thing they do is they rip off your fucking balls if you're a dude.
Oh yeah, they go for the genitals in the face.
Yeah.
You got nothing to worry about, Matt. You don't have any balls.
That makes Planet of the Apes like that
See, you
much
don't-
scarier for me.
You have not been listening, my friend. You have not been listening. Because I have explained that I have enough skin to make a really huge cock. That skin has to go somewhere. It's in my balls. My balls hang to my knees.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Okay. I just saw this thing. You guys know who Danny Masterson is, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah, he
He
got
just released his.
a while ago.
Wait, what?
He got canceled a little while ago. He had a little run.
Well, he raped two women.
Yeah,
three women.
Well, the third one, he only got 2 rape convictions because he was in a relationship with the one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he only got 2 convictions.
Dude, and he looks like he's half smiling in that prison photo. It's like, dude.
Oh, you saw his.
I did.
I was gonna pop. I was gonna pop up his mugshot here. Hang on.
Yeah, let's see his mugshot.
You want to see his mugshot? I'm gonna share my screen. Share screen. I gotta do a bunch of shit here. I don't know why it went there. I gotta go to Facebook now. Oh wait. Was it?
Here we go. Okay.
Hang on. All right, I apparently fucked up. Hang on. I'm gonna do this one more time. Fuck, come on. Here it is. Okay, share. All right. I don't know if he's smiling. I mean,
It's
He
kind of
just-
a smirk. It's kind of
It's got like a smirk to him.
It's definitely got a smirk to it. Like I'm not going to say you're wrong, Matt.
Like dude is facing 30 years for a heinous crime.
in June, Masterson was convicted of raping 2 women in his Los Angeles home in 2003. Dude, that was like 20 years ago. In September, judge sentenced him to 30 years. He should get fucking time. It's only 10 left in that. No, wait. To 30 years to life in prison. His wife, actor Bijou Phillips, filed for divorce in the weeks that following after a marriage of nearly 12 years. He was held in Los Angeles County Jail in the months since while posting sentencing hearing. Jail in the months since while post-sentencing hearings were held and issues resolved, including the turnover of all guns Masterson owned. Some of them had to be located. It'll be 25 years before Masterson is eligible for parole.
Yeah, dude. Like he's I believe he's 47, or is that what it said in the article? Same
Yeah,
age
he's
as
our
me.
age, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
So-
Yeah.
25 years from now, when he's eligible for parole, jeez, like, hey, you do the crime like that, man. I mean, shit, man. Like,
Uh-huh.
but you have to think, right? Like, for one, I don't understand what would possess a person to do that to begin with. But especially when you have the world by the fucking balls, you're on a hit TV show.
You're on like one of the most popular shows in history. I mean, the show was a hit.
Yeah.
Everybody knew Hyde. What's that?
He did a couple other things after that 70s show.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
on.
but
They were okay. They were okay, but like not as good. Like not
He
as
was on a show with what was it? The Ranch
Yeah,
on
that's what it
Netflix.
was. And that's the one he got canceled from when all this shit came up.
Right. He was
Yeah,
on that one when the shit broke. So yeah, well, Danny
that was
Masterton's
Phil's
going away
70
for a
that
long
was
fucking
Phil's
time.
70 show Kutcher's show.
Yeah. Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, he did some. I'm trying to think. He was like at an office building or something with a bunch of other like young professionals or something, and they were trying to think of the name of the show. I'll have to look it up on IMDb. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man. That's look, man, you don't want to go to prison for anything, but you especially don't want to go to prison for something like that. You know,
No, that's true.
Like I worked with a guy who worked in corrections for 10 years, right? Now, this was when I was on the job in Baltimore as a police officer, and he and I were like really good friends. So before he became a police officer, he was in corrections for 10 years. So I would ask him all these questions about prison, and there were two things. There were three things you don't want to be in prison for, right? Probably the third, you know, if we're going there, there's the number one reason why you don't want to be there, because they're just gonna fuck you up.
I think we all know what that is.
Right. But I'm gonna go from the top three back to what the number one is. The third one is going to prison as a police officer. Like that's not gonna be good for you, you know. The second one is any crimes against women, especially ones that are sexual in nature, like a sex offense like this douchebag committed. And the third one is any type of crime towards a child. You know, he was like, dude,
I follow prisoners that just talk about how they kicked, like I follow TikTokers that were prisoners, and they always talk about how they kicked the shit out of pedophiles, like on a constant.
They have no respect for them. They're
No.
just like, fuck them. And yeah, he was a pretty interesting guy to be, you know, because we were real close friends.
Yeah,
especially when I was down there, and it was cool because his name was Damien too, but he was from Jamaica, so they used to call us the Damien brothers. And he was like 6'3", 6'4", much larger than I am. And but yeah, we were really tight friends there. And he had just like whenever there was like a lull in the action, we could have a conversation. I was always he had tons of stories about what it was like to work in the in the prison system. And the one funny thing was he got transferred to a women's prison, and he was like, after 6 months, I told him, I was like, you gotta transfer me. I was like, really, is it that bad? He goes, well, you gotta realize these girls have not seen a man in years.
Yeah.
So when you come here, they're constantly hitting on your male guard. They're gonna be hitting on you. And he was like, you know, you walk in to go check in on someone, you're supposed to do like head counts and stuff. He goes, and they would just disrobe right in front of you. And they're not supposed to do that. You know, that's like they can get in trouble for that. He was like, the temptation was just so great. And I'm talking to him like, oh God. He goes, I'm like, oh, you think prisoners like ill, but he was like, you don't understand, dude. It was the women in there, they're like women out here, man. You know, you can have really good looking ones.
Did you ever see Canned Heat, man?
God, I feel like I have.
Yeah, it's been forever. It was like one of those. We were talking about Cinemax earlier, but it was one of those Cinemax things. It was a woman's prison. It was just sex scenes in a prison. That's really
like Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, I guess that would be.
It's not. Yeah, not as hot as that, but it was pretty good. It's not as hot as Orange.
That had the chick from That 70s Show in it.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Laura
Orange. Yeah. Oh, dude, she was so hot in that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was hot as a fucking redhead. She's hot as a brunette. Fucking.
Dude, she's from New Jersey too.
I know. But you know who's from Delaware?
Who's that?
Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
She's hilarious, man.
We got that going for us. And that's good.
Yeah.
Because she's hot as shit. Like, she's funny, but she's hot. And that's a weird combination. That's not something you see all the time.
Yeah. Well, you can see why she's been so successful. You know,
I wonder if that
talented.
factors into the crazy hot scale. The funny.
That's
I don't know. You think it would?
no, because I feel like a sense of humor is a sense of rationality, and that's why women usually don't have them.
Ah,
You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to be like, you have to be rational to understand that the joke is a joke. Because the joke is the surprise. Humor and horror are the same thing.
so like, if I found a
It's
hot
the
girl
surprise. Like,
and she's funny, she's probably crazy.
no, she's probably sane.
Oh,
You understand? She's probably more rational
yeah. No,
than
you know what? No, that you're right. You're right.
than a woman without a sense of humor.
You're right. Yeah.
Because think about every dude you know, including the three of us here, that have been through some shit, some horrible, horrible shit. I'm talking abuse. I'm talking trials by fire.
Mhm.
Fucking laughing about it. When you laugh about it when you tell the fucking story, it informs your sense of humor. It informs your joke telling, and you know that's men. Where dudes, they go through, or women, they go through something horrible, and all they do is shake and fucking cower in the corner. At least that's what they do with me. I mean, that's what I've.
Yeah,
That's what.
that's right. That's what they do.
That's what
with
I've
you.
seen. That's what I've seen so far. That's what I meant to.
That's what I heard.
That's what.
Choose
That's
your
what I
words
heard.
carefully. Choose your words carefully.
Yes. So.
That's right. Well,
That's right.
she seems like she would. I don't know, and obviously don't know any of these famous people personally, but she seems like she would be a pretty chill person. As far as like not easily offended.
No.
You would have to really go out of your way, but because she's a comic,
Yeah.
you really.
Yeah. No, I
like,
get you.
Like you would, in order to offend like a comedian, I think that that would have to be your exact intent. Like, I'm going to insult this person,
Right.
But saying something
Really, I think the only way you can offend a comedian is to tell them that they're not funny.
That's pretty much the only way.
That's the only way you're gonna, and I mean, like, mean it, like, and have some kind of, because most comics don't give a shit about anything.
I love watching the clips of the comedians handling hecklers in the crowd.
Yeah.
Man, it's so fucking great. It's like,
Do you like Matt Rife?
I've heard of him because obviously he was trending recently.
Yeah.
And I read like the little story, but to be honest, I haven't looked at any of his.
He's got a couple. I think he's got a couple of specials already.
I tell you, one of the comedians I really enjoy is Shane Gillis. If you know,
I love Shane Gillis. He's so
fucking guy's hilarious.
How do you spell that last name?
He's so close to. He's like, he is. There's a touch of Downs in there.
Oh.
There's a touch, because he talks about having Down syndrome in his family.
Yeah,
and the way he tells Down syndrome jokes, he gets away with it because he's got that just a little bit of that look, But he was canceled from. He was supposed to be on SNL.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But and he some kind of, I don't know. I don't even really know what got him canceled. What got him?
He actually discussed it on Joe Rogan. It was something that it was a joke that he did. So I hope I'm getting this right. So he actually got the gig for SNL. This either a joke that he made in the past came up, or a tweet or something real stupid and that wasn't even relevant at the moment.
Every other person gets canceled, like something from a billion years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So like something came up, and when it started to surface, because it was like now it was, I guess, advertised that he was going to be on SNL, so that's when they start digging shit up on you, the public anyway, or cancel culture, and they wanted him to apologize for it, and he was just like, he stood his ground, you know. Like I guess he felt that apologizing for it.
No, it's just listen, because once you apologize, they smell blood in the water. Like once you apologize, and no one ever listens to the apology anyway.
No,
apologizing is such a fruitless endeavor because all you've done is acquiesce. You get nothing out of it. Absolutely nothing out of it. What's up, Pete?
I was looking him up, but I can't really get this. This camera sucks on this computer.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was looking him up.
Okay. Yeah, he's hilarious, man. And I'll
be right back. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Well, so what was he doing, Amy?
He
talking.
So anyway, so when SNL approached him about it, he actually came to them and said, "Hey, this shit is surfacing." They kind of like sat on it for a second to see if it would blow up. It did, you know, and then they wanted him to issue an apology, and he didn't want to do that because, you know, like Matt was saying, like once you apologize, you know, he's a stand-up comedian, you know what I mean? So part of that sometimes is shock, you know, when you say something, and that's what makes it funny.
Shock and all.
And it's like when you apologize for something, it's like, well, that's like saying, oh, I intended, you know, that's how I really feel about whatever the joke was. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah, like no, like it's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, and that's constantly what I see is like people who don't understand what a joke is. They just all they hear is the negativity or you know the everything. They have a negativity filter. Like everything comes through to them as they find the negativity or they want to find something to you know jab at, you know, and be like, oh, it's terrible, you know, let's cancel this person.
Yeah, it's sad, and I really hope these fucking people don't ever discover a Mel Brooks movie.
Oh yeah. If they watch it, like they're gonna lose their minds.
It would just explode. You know. So, I guess we were fortunate to grow up with that. Unfortunately, today's kids will.
Oh yeah, today's kids, man, like they like their humor is so. I don't even know what to say. It's like off the wall, like just, you know. I hear the kids talking in the back seat all the time, you know. And, you know, and it's like I listen and I'm like, what is so funny about that? Like, and just I can't even describe. Like, they have their own language now. Like it's I can barely understand sometimes when they're talking back and forth, you know, in the back seat.
I think what we all need to remember in this case is to
we got to celebrate.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
We got to celebrate our differences. Ooga booga doo, ooga booga doo. We got to celebrate.
What is that from, Maddie?
Cause it's beautiful when the whole world sings together.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
That was from like MTV back?
That was from MTV too. That was a commercial.
Yeah.
Wow.
Could
you imagine if they broadcasted that today?
Chimichanga. Yeah.
Try broadcasting that today, man. You know, throw it up on the TV.
That's right. Well, you can just find it whenever you want it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I really. There's a few shows on television that I like, and that really boils down to The Simpsons, Family Guy, and American Dad. It's like that's all I really watch.
Good choices.
All cartoons.
All good choices.
That's it, man. You know.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you know what has two wings and an arrow?
Yeah, you told me already, but I'll go ahead. I don't know.
Did I tell you?
You did no, but go ahead.
Pete.
I don't know.
Pete, what has 2 wings and an arrow?
I don't know. What?
Chinese telephone. Wing wing. Arrow.
Oh, I think I'm gonna die.
I know, right?
I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
He gets a kick out of those jokes.
I mean, you don't.
I love those jokes. I post stuff like that on Facebook all the time. That's like my Facebook MO is I just post like dad jokes, stupid puns. You know.
I had a thought. I was thinking there that the page punny Pete might actually be you.
Yeah, I know that. I was really upset when I found that, and I was like, man, why didn't I think of that? Like, why didn't I start that up? Because I was a little too late to the party.
Well,
I find a lot of good stuff there. Like, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't call it good. You find a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, I find a lot of
You
stuff there. There's some good stuff. There's some bad stuff, but I find a lot of stuff there that definitely puts a smile on my face.
That's right. You know what I find puts a smile on my face, and we'll get into it. We're gonna take another quick. I'm gonna run another commercial here, and then I'll show you. I'll show you a Facebook group that puts a smile on my face.
Okay.
All right, and I don't know if you're aware of it, you know, but it's called Bert and Ernie Hell.
Bert and Ernie Hell.
Sounds awesome already.
Yes, so we'll dig into that. I'm gonna play another one of Mike's commercials for his voice acting and his voice production, and then we'll get into that.
I'm gonna drain the lizard while you're doing that.
You should, man, because that's a perfect time to do it. I should.
Whoa, wait a minute. Bert and Ernie Hell, or is it Bert and Ernie Dark Memes?
Hi, I'm Mike.
No, it's Bert.
You need a casual, friendly voice to tell it like it is.
Oh wait, I played this one already.
I can tell you all about a thing like we're old friends. So if you need just a straightforward, casual explanation, book Michael today at 302-46-VOICE.
I thought. Let me see. Oh, I was trying to play this one. So let me see if I can try this again. Are we watching him piss?
No, I got the camera turned off.
I'm gonna mute you real quick.
Oh, come on. You never listened to David Spade, The World's Longest Piss?
Can unmute myself. God, well, it's. Hey, trust me. If it were first thing in the morning, all you hear me is screaming. It sounds like King Diamond, man.
All right, well, let's play this now.
You're listening to Michael D. Pico's voiceover demo. I'm Michael, and I'm excited to have you book me at 302-46-VOICE. More to come after this on Michael D. Pico's voiceover demo.
All right. Let's go check out Michael D. Pico. Give him a call. You need voiceover done? 302-46-VOICE. You don't want some AI fucking dumb bullshit read by a computer. You want a dude with a real voice. That's Michael Pico. 302-46-VOICE. All right. So I'm gonna, as promised, we're gonna go through Bert and Ernie Hell. Like, you think dark memes is bad? Bert and Ernie dark memes is pretty dark
in comparison.
But Bert and Ernie Hell, that is all right. So I'm gonna go stop sharing. Invite. Nope, wrong one.
Alexa, play notification. Okay.
All right. So
Area
this is the
flood
first
warning.
one.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh my goodness.
Bert and Jim explain that there is no longer a market for white rubies and they can no longer be used to pay for crack and meth. But if you perform an angry seagull or a Kentucky muzzleloader, they'll give you a gram. That's awesome.
You remember when on the old show, Pete, when we talked about what a Kentucky muzzleloader was?
Yes,
no, that was a
maybe,
Montana. That was a Montana muzzleloader.
Okay, Montana,
But
whatever.
something tells me
vaguely. No, I thought it was a different thing. But yeah, I vaguely remember us talking about things like that. I try to wipe them from my memory from time to time, but you just keep dragging them back.
Doodles, do you know what a Montana muzzleloader is?
No, I know what an Alabama hot pocket is, though.
I know what an Alabama hot pocket is too, but a Montana muzzleloader is you have to be both performing anal sex and chewing tobacco at the same time. And then what you do is you retrieve your penis from the young lady. You spit your tobacco where your penis just was.
Oh, jeez.
And then you stuff it in.
Oh, Jesus.
With your penis.
That sounds terrible.
It does, but that's what it is. And I'm assuming that a Kentucky muzzleloader, but this one says Grover hits the jackpot when the soccer mom he picks up at Whole Foods turns out to be a prostate milking machine. Hang on, there's some.
Jesus is worst cookie ever.
Let me see. I gotta blow this up.
This is great. I love it.
Oh my God. So bad.
Terrible. Let's see.
That was not that.
Whoa.
Gonzo lets everyone know exactly who gives the best mustache rise. After burning down his third mobile home, Beaker realizes that making meth would be more complicated than it thought.
Like, wasn't essentially Breaking Bad, wasn't that like just Dr. Bunsen and Beaker essentially?
It would make sense.
See,
that
I thought I was the only one who thought that.
That would make sense.
After hacking into the hospital database, Ernie contact. What?
That was a little convoluted.
Whoa.
Ernie burst in crying with joy. The surgery worked, Bert. My schizophrenia is gone. Ernie heard no reply. He entered his bedroom to find his best friend was nothing but his imagination, a cardboard sheet with a drawing of a face. Ernie has won, but at what cost? These aren't that good. These are this isn't what I saw. Snuffy conks Oscar over the head with his mammoth penis and blows up. In Lewis's face, Lewis, no stranger to the depraved shit that happens on Sesame Street, had his bukkake goggles on in anticipation.
Snuffleupagus always looks like he's recovering from the night before.
Is it, dude? Am I the only one that thinks Miss Piggy's extraordinarily hot?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as she keeps her mouth shut.
Bert and Ernie pose for one last wedding photo before heading out on their honeymoon. By morning, the 5-gallon bucket of lube will be empty.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. That's Kermit banging Taylor Swift.
Whoa.
Banging? Oh my God.
Now, Bert, deny everything, Bert. You didn't see 20 school children. You didn't run over 20 school children, Bert. You didn't get out of the car and kill any remaining survivors of the lug wrench, Bert. And you especially didn't rape any corpses, Bert.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
So in Bert and Ernie Hell,
Mm-hmm.
there is a love child between Bert and Ernie named Bort.
Bort.
Yeah, so Bert locks Bort in the bathroom with a half a dozen open bottles of drain cleaner and hopes for the best.
Oh my God. Oh, that's fucking terrible.
Ernie plays the trumpet to drown out sounds of screaming children locked in the basement.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I can watch Sesame Street the same way anymore.
No, you really can't.
You really can't. Now it's starting to... Like, it's like Sesame Street Theater, like, whatever it is, 3000 and something or other.
I'm not reading that, but you can look at it.
Let me see.
Hey. Whoa.
Dude, that is fucked up. My goodness. I guess who would they be saying that to? Gordon?
I don't know. Bert realizes the idea of setting 100 starving chimps in a mall was probably a bad idea. Ernie disagrees.
Oh my goodness. How the hell is this how the hell do they get away with this, man?
It's a private group for one.
Okay.
So
yeah, you got to be invited. Or you got to be accepted. You know, right? And you got to agree not to be a Karen or
10 minutes into the campus activist lecture about gender spectrum, Murray is slowly beginning to realize why the church used to burn witches.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh dear.
All right, I got to finish the rest of the show with just my iPad, but that's fine.
Why? Because your phone is dying?
Yeah, well, because I'm running the microphone through the iPad, so it's using all of its battery instead of some of its battery.
Right.
Oh, good. Now the mic fell. That's awesome. Big Bird's cunt of his sister.
This showed. Big Bird's cunt of his sister.
What kind of a bird was Big Bird anyway?
I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know. I watched like a whole like it was like a documentary on it was either Jim Henson or just Big Bird.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who was the puppeteer that was inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild. You should watch it sometime. Check it out.
I will check it out.
Grover pretends not to hear Mr. Johnson masturbating.
I told you I'm gonna go watch Sesame Street when we're done, and I'm just gonna it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terribly funny.
Or here's this one. Fozzie explains to Kermit that he has been diagnosed with full-blown AIDS and that he should get tested also. That passionate drunken night together will be a night Kermit comes to regret.
Holy shit. Got some twisted minds, man.
No, I'm not responsible for any of this.
No. Whoever is
fucked in the head, obviously. You know. Grover is ecstatic now, realizing he doesn't have to go cross down to any more Target or his Arby's. Fantastic, absolutely. All right, well I think we've wasted enough time on this. There's Madonna is now officially a Muppet.
Yeah,
dude, she did not age well, dude.
Yeah, something happened in like the last couple of years. Like her face just
Well, she tried to get a lot of plastic surgery, I think.
See, like, yeah. What? Leave a good thing alone, you know?
I know she was already like attractive, just
Yeah.
as she was.
Smell that, Ernie? That's your mom.
Oh God.
You get why this makes me.
Yeah.
This makes me laugh.
Completely.
Right?
Actually, very completely, man. Completely.
All right, good. So as long as I'm not the only one who thinks that's funny,
that was pretty
hilarious. Completely hilarious.
So, what else is going on? Anybody got anything to talk about?
Let me see. I always have something. There's always something.
There is always.
I adulted today.
What'd you do today, Pete?
I bought an Easy Pass.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Pete, what the fuck?
I bought an Easy Pass and then I colored on my phone essentially. I used the new stylus on that comes with my phone to color, like, essentially.
Easy Pass is fucking wonderful. I got one when they first came out. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. You know?
I bucked that for a long time. It was like, nah, I don't need to do that. I can just stop and pay tolls, you know.
Once I didn't have to stop, pay tolls, make sure I had the exact change or any of that other bullshit, I was like,
yeah.
No.
Dude, now it's cheaper. Now they give you a discount.
Yeah, it's something like the one down here in Delaware. There's an advertisement. It says if you go through the Middletown one like 30 times in a month, then it gets discounted or something. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to go through it that many times, but it's
Route 1?
Yeah. No, but it's the free transponder event that they run from Christmas to December 30th or January 1st, whatever, December 30th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't charge you for the transponder.
That's fucking awesome.
It's like $15. I mean, but like, hey, $15 is $15. You know, I'll save it. You know.
Yeah,
it only took like 10 minutes. Like I got there and it only took like 10 minutes. There was nobody else there.
Oh man, when I got mine, I signed up for it on even way back then. I signed for it, if I remember correctly, it was online and they just mailed it to my house.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people did was, you know, you signed up for it. I think I actually tried to sign up for it, but I don't know why I didn't or finished because like today when they sent me my confirmation, it was like, "Hey, welcome back," and I was like, "Wait a minute, didn't I just sign up now?" Like, I think I might have tried to sign up for it like a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been that I signed up so that I could have access to their system because I was working for a dealership doing loaner fleet coordinating, and I'd have to track down the idiots who took our cars and didn't and they just blow through the toll booth, you know, like thinking our loaner cars had easy passes on them all, and it was, you know, I'm the guy that had to call them like because they never sent the notification until like a month later.
This is fascinating.
See, this is my job here. I'm going to tell a boring story, and I'm going to see how
I am
long before
so
Maddie just
enthralled
loses
with
his
this
mind.
fucking story, Pete.
Yep, I know.
You have never.
But when I start to snore during your stories, like last week. Good Lord.
Why don't we go back to chimps ripping people's dicks off?
Yeah, let's go back to something more exciting.
All right. Well, do you often like go in and shove your dick into the primate cage?
No, I have never done that.
Is that after you've had a whole bunch of bourbon? Come on, be honest.
There's no amount of bourbon in the world that would
have
me.
About that?
I
Are
swear.
you sure about that?
I promise you, I love my dick. Like I don't. I don't want it to be separated from my body. You know.
You don't
Even
want
for
to
a
become
minute.
you don't want to become a King Missile song, huh?
No, I don't understand people who have those fucking things as pets.
What,
I
Wait a
just
minute.
don't. Oh
Wait a
yeah,
minute.
dude.
Dicks or yeah, apes. It's like, wait a minute.
The
What kind of
chimps.
dick is it? Okay.
Yeah, dude. I don't understand people who have them for fucking pets. And you know, like I get like when they're babies and shit, they're like cute and stuff. But then all of a sudden, a couple years down the road, you got something that's what, like 160 to 180 to 200
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah. When you're talking
That's
like a
like,
gorilla or a chimp or whatever, they can get pretty big.
back in the I think it was like mid-90s, there was some bitch owned one as a pet. And it
yeah,
like mauled her friend, ripped her friend's face off, fucking
ripped
mauled her
off her fucking
genitalia.
hands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like Jesus. And yeah, people are fucking stupid, you know, to own one of those things, man.
In the same vein, I saw somebody the other day. He has a grizzly bear as a pet.
Well, here's the thing, man. These people survive chimp attacks, but have less limbs than they have and no penis, if they have a penis. You know what I mean?
You'd think that'd be enough for them. Like they'd be like, all right, no more chimps as pets.
Because I'm telling you right now,
No more apes as pets.
I am not aware, right, of anybody who has survived a grizzly attack. And one of the things was like, oh, the first thing the thing did was rip off my fucking penis. No.
Not even Cocaine Bear did that, dude.
No. Like
that was a great movie, by the way. I loved it.
It's just like the bear attacked me. You know, I laid down and played dead or whatever the fuck they did or however the hell they got away. Got a bunch of scratches and shit. Took a chunk out of my ass. You know.
What's the saying? It's like,
with the grizzly bears, you're supposed to.
No, there's two sayings. Like for black bears, it's like black bears. Black
you're supposed to fight back on those.
Black yell back, brown, or black fight back, brown get on the ground.
Yeah, that's it.
Isn't that it? Something like that.
Yeah.
I've told the story a couple times about like how we used to go look at the bears. You know, that was like a hobby of ours to just go watch bears.
Yeah, up in the Poconos, right?
Yeah, like we'd go like sit at the dumpster and like watch the dumbasses from New York like hand the bears like candy bars and shit.
What fucking idiots!
How many of them almost lost a hand that way?
Every one of them. Dude, there was always some shithead from fucking New York with 10 kids in their car, right? You always saw the fucking driver's side. The dad rolled down the window, gave the
What are we
bear
looking at here,
something,
Maddie?
rolled up what?
What are we looking at here in the main comments made in the year 1957?
Finish my fucking story. Can I finish my story, Pete?
Sure.
Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Thanks, Pete. I appreciate it. And then the bear would fucking like start to roll it. Like the bear would start to rock their car, and then they would pull. They'd always like back up, and then the bear would chase them down the fucking street. Oh, good fucking times.
Those are my favorite videos. The safari videos.
Yeah.
You know, like the nature safari or whatever at the zoos. You know, and like the giraffe comes up or whatever, sticks his head in the window.
Yeah, people forget that these things, even if they're in zoos, wild fucking animals.
I feel like especially in zoos because in the wild, you know what it's going to do. If you have half a brain, in the wild, you know what a bear is going to do. You know
well, apparently them assholes that you were watching at the dumpster didn't know that shit.
No, they had no fucking. Oh, that was fun. That was one of my favorite things to do. All right, so these are comments. We're gonna wrap up the show here, but here's some comments made in the year 1957. You guys ready?
As year my mom was born.
All right. I'll tell you one thing. If things keep going the way they are, it's going to be impossible to buy a week's groceries for $20.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, now you can't even buy them for like $200.
I'm afraid to send my kids to the movies anymore. Ever since they let Clark Gable get by with saying "damn" and Gone with the Wind, it seems every new movie has either hell or damn in it.
Wild.
Every new movie has hell or damn in it, dude.
Jesus, could you imagine throwing us into the 1950s, the way we are now?
Oh, if somebody from then watched a movie now, their head would explode.
Yeah, like, you know what I would do if there was a show that I could take back with me and force someone from 1957 to watch? I'm like, oh, you think Clark Gable saying that is bad? Let me show you this show. It's really awesome.
It's
called,
on TV.
Yeah, it's on TV. It's called Oz. You know.
Here, let me show you. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Just watch his face melt. Like, have you seen the new cars coming out next year? It won't be long before $5,000 will only buy a used one.
$5,000 will buy you a piece of shit 20-year-old car now.
Yeah, the used car market's gotten ridiculous lately.
Dude, it's insane.
Like, because everybody seems to think that their car is some sort of enthusiast, model or whatever. And yeah, there are these kids like today who they're taking up these cars like Mazda Miatas and Chevy S10s and just like cars that aren't super
Dude,
special.
I bet your truck's worth about $60,000 right now.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know about that, but like,
not in Delaware, but you trying to sell that motherfucker in California?
yeah, no, I feel you. Like, hey, I mean, like, I might entertain those offers right now.
Right.
I could use the money.
But I listen to the Adam Carolla show a lot, and he constantly says, "I want to resurrect John Wayne and just show him stuff." But like you were talking about going back to like 1957 with a TV show or a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Take a fucking commercial.
Yeah.
Back to 1957. Here, this white guy's married to a black chick, and they got mixed kids.
I don't know. They might
And
have
they're
it
selling
because, like,
Subarus.
I don't know. They might have it because back in like '57 they had commercials that were like, oh hey, like your doctor says here you should smoke this half pack of cigarettes and it'll cure your emphysema.
Lucky Strikes were the most.
Yeah.
Lucky Strikes were the most doctor recommended cigarettes.
Yeah, like they might give us a run for our money.
Yeah. Now speaking of cigarettes. If cigarettes keep going up in price, I'm gonna quit. $0.25 a pack is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're almost like
$10.
Like they're virtually almost $10 now.
In Jersey, I guarantee you, Damien pays $10 for his cigarettes, easy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
New York and where are you, Damien?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, but he smokes American Spirits, so.
Oh, so the bougie cigarettes.
Yeah.
Hey man, they got no chemicals in them, you know.
Yeah, but they're still tobacco. Like,
did you hear about the post office is thinking about charging a dime just to mail a letter?
Holy shit.
Now you got to like take out a mortgage on your house.
A dime, dude. If they raise the minimum wage to $1, nobody will be able to hire outside help at a store.
Yeah. Tell that to California. They just raised the minimum wage to $20.
Yeah, I know. When I first started driving, who would have thought gas would someday cost 29 cents a gallon? Guess we'd be better off leaving the car in the garage.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, but if you really you go look at it and you go, wow, these were cheap, but you made like $100 in a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like if you made and the buying like you could buy more for the your spending power compared to your salary was higher back in 1957. What's next? Let's see. Kids today are impossible. Those ducktail haircuts make it impossible to stay groomed. Next thing you know, boys will be wearing their hair as long as girls. Those ducktail haircuts. Hey, if they think I'll pay 50 cents for a haircut, forget it.
That's what I said, bro. Fuck that.
You guys don't know how much a fucking haircut costs now.
I know what it costs.
I read the other day where
about
some
10 minutes every
scientists
day.
think it could be possible to put a man on the moon by the end of the century. They even have some fellas they call astronauts preparing for it down in Texas. Look at that. Did you know there's some baseball players signed a $75,000 a year contract just to play ball? It wouldn't surprise me if someday they were making more than the president. I never thought I'd see all our kitchen appliances would be electric. They are even making electric typewriters now. It's too bad the way things are going. It's tough nowadays. I see where a few married women are having to work to make ends meet. It won't be long before young couples are going to have to hire someone to watch their kids so they can both work.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just afraid the Volkswagen car is going to be open the door to a whole lot of other foreign businesses. Thank goodness I won't live to see the day our government takes half our income in taxes. Sometimes I wonder if we're electing the best people into Congress.
Holy shit.
The drive-in restaurant's convenient and nice weather, but I seriously think it'll ever catch on. There's no sense in going to Lincoln or Omaha anymore for a weekend. It costs nearly $15 a night to stay in a hotel. Who the fuck was going to Lincoln or Omaha?
And then spending $15.
No one can afford to be sick anymore. $35 a day in the hospital is too rich for my blood.
Damn.
Yeah, try like 3,500 a day.
1,000.
Or 1,000, yeah.
So that was comments made in 1957. What a different world we lived in.
Sure was, man.
Gee, well, we didn't live. We didn't know shit about it. What a different world it was.
Yeah, like you said, people were making $5-6 grand a year is probably like the average salary. Average home probably cost about 18 grand. You know, like modest home.
I think my dad bought that house in either 55 or 57. The house he lives in now for $11,000.
Jeez.
Now back then that was probably about 100, 150, same, but still.
Yeah, in comparison to what he was making, it was affordable, you know?
Yeah.
And you look at the average home price now in America. I was reading not too long ago. I think it was saying just like the average home price is like $400,000. It's fucking crazy.
Nuts, dude.
It's crazy. You know, how the fuck are kids supposed to be able to afford their own home? You know, because the average, I think I was reading like the average income, income throughout the country was still somewhere in like the $60,000 range. And that doesn't buy you a $400,000 house.
Nope.
You know?
No, not at all.
Not even close. You know? You could buy a $150,000, $200,000 house with that. You know? And it really all depends on how much the taxes are. But yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Look at Mike's in the chat.
He is?
Or he popped in the comments. I think Mike's the one watching. But I think we've come down to like we've come down to an end point, you know. I think we've, you know, it's 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? So I want to give shouts out to 302-46 Voice. The show is always sponsored by 302-46 Voice. I want to shout out to the Disruptive Minds podcast. Our own staff writer Bill has his own podcast, Disruptive Minds. He gets some great interviews that you can check out. Also, check out Ricky Rockdeff and our current expert on everything, Becky. They have their own podcast, Stepmoms Without Children. They don't have an episode coming out this Friday, but next Friday they will. They took a break for the holiday, which is good for them. I also want to give out my sports art shop on Redbubble. You can follow the links in the website for that, and my sports report. That's our friend Marshall Manlove's podcast and YouTube show. Pete, you got anything you want to plug before we leave?
I do not.
How about you, Doodles? You got anything you want to mention before we end the stream?
No, man. I just appreciate you guys having me on. It was fun.
I appreciate you coming on, man. We had a good time. I think we did a good show.
I thanked you earlier, Damien. I thank you again for
no problem.
You know, being the third wheel to this party.
Well, we need a third. Like we can't do this with just two people. It's boring. You know.
Hey, well, I had a good time.
Even if it's just like, I know Pete's not saying anything, but even if it's just me and Mike, it's not funny. Like if you call out, I gotta find somebody to replace you. You're not saying anything.
Why?
I don't know. All right.
Apparently, everything I say is boring. So.
And everything you don't say is boring too.
There you go.
It's weird.
Weird like that.
It's weird like that, but I don't have the soundboard that Mike does, so I'm just gonna play the
Media Virus Podcast. Let's point and laugh at the world burning around us with executive producer Mike Latoris. We're gonna start over. BBC correspondent Stanley McFadden.
Makes me tingly in an unfamiliar way.
Grease Monkey Pete.
Damn, Big Daddy.
Here's the thing about the Media Virus podcast. It's really well done.
And now, spreading the sage nihilism of an aged Gen Xer, your host and mine, the star of our show, the incomparable Matty Rockdeff.